wasn't able to fix myself before coming on today because I'm kind of in a hurry. Hey replay viewer, how are you? In the background is a song by this artist who I adore, Trevor Hall. He's got such a great voice, such a wonderful sound, and I like to listen to him when I need to feel calm. So let me stop that. So this is Coach Nachi, your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. Today is a very interesting day. Today is one of those days where even as a coach, even as a life enthusiast, even as someone who loves human beings and all that we're capable of and instills hope and encouragement to people, you just, it's a little difficult to do that. I want to tell you a little bit about, I think I'm sharing a couple points today. If you read the title, it says what to do when it didn't happen. Life happens, right? Everything doesn't always work out the way we want it to or the way we see fit, or yeah, basically in those terms. Live Like You Now is about living joyfully, living fully human, and feeling at home in ourselves and our lives. What that looks like is feeling joyfully, feeling human, and feeling at home in yourself and your life. The part that I really want to focus on today and bring attention to is the fully human part. Each of those components, I guess it's four: joyful, fully human, feeling at home in yourself and your life. Each of those components means something very deep to me, and fully human is one of those that means so much to me. As human beings, we are complex creatures. We are so complex. We are a beautiful species. And we are apart from the other creatures of this earth because of our complexities, because of how we think and how we function. We're human, right? Typically, people will say, I'm only human when something doesn't work out. What I want to bring attention to today is how being fully human is what it is and what it means, at least to me. I believe that, especially today with the results and what's happening in this world as we know it, there's a lot of people saying, keep going, be encouraged, stay up. Hey Gary, how are you? Keep going, stay encouraged, do this, that, and the other. And I know in the coaching groups that I belong to, there's a lot of that. Like, what can we as coaches do when there is despair, when there's this, that, and the other kind of going on, a lot of emotions that aren't joy and in that kind of joyful happiness spectrum. I believe in being fully human. Live Like You Now is about living joyfully, fully human. You can do it. It's about living joyfully, fully human. Thank you. Oh, Gary, I love you. About living fully human, and what that means to me is feeling the entire gamut of human emotion. We're human beings. We're complex creatures. We are going to feel sad. We are going to feel happy. We're going to feel joyful. We're going to feel ecstatic, excited. We're going to feel sad and despair. We're going to feel all of these things because guess what? We're human beings. That's how we were created. That's just what we do as human beings. Like, we will feel all of these things. And when people say, oh, don't be down, don't this, that, and the other, in my Fill Your Cup scope that I was, thank you so much for those hearts. I love red hearts. In my Fill Your Cup scope, I was talking about people who live in a place of despair. Like, that's home base. Live in a place of anger and sadness, and that's their home base. That's exactly where they live. That's where they've carved out their home. That's where they've made their abode, that's home base. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is when something happens, when you're on your way to making stuff happen in your life, when you're on your way to making that thing happen and it doesn't happen. I have certain steps that I encourage people to take when it doesn't happen, and I'm going to share those with you today. I just want this to be a reminder to say that you're a human being, and if you feel sad, if you feel angry, if you feel despair, feel those things, because that's important, and that's actually step number one. When something happens, so let me start over. We talked about what's in your control, right? Yesterday we talked about when you are tending to what's not in your control, who can help. So that's how you handle kind of what's not in your control. That's one tip I could give on what you could do. Then what happens when you have tackled what's in your control? You've done all you can, everything you can in your power to inflict change, to do what you can to make it happen, and it doesn't happen in the way that you wanted it to happen. When it doesn't happen in the way that feels good at all. Example, I had a workshop that did not happen the way I wanted it to. I did the best I could. Step one to tending to, when you ask yourself what's in your control, you do what you can. You've done everything, right? You've put your all into this. Your business, your relationship, your project, yourself in some way, working out, or your whatever it is. You know what it is for you. You've done your best. You've done your absolute best. And it just didn't go through. It didn't work out. It just didn't. The fat lady sang and it's over, seemingly, and it's just not a thing that is happening for you. What do you do when you've done everything you can and it just didn't work out? How do you handle that? We're still in November. We're still in Make It November. And how do you take care? How do you continue going forward when you've had a big hit? That's a negative hit. My tip is number one, please stop. Stop. When every time that I hear news about a person of color being killed by the police, I would tell my brothers and sisters, stop. Step away from the news, step away from all this media and take care of yourself. And I say the same thing when it comes to what you're doing to make something happen in your life. If something goes wrong, if something doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, stop. I don't mean stop forever. Don't confuse that. I'm saying stop and take care of yourself, because you cannot continue to expose yourself to things that are... Thank you. That's good. I'm glad you agree, Gary. You need to stop and take care of you. Because guess what? If you keep going, and thank you so much for sharing I've seen your scopes. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm so sorry. So you need to stop. I will typically message my brothers and sisters and just put it out there and say, you are loved, you are cared for. No matter what's going on in your life, dimity, cool. No matter what's going on in your life, when you have a hit, baby, tell me those demons don't come out to get you. Tell me that when you're trying to go to bed, they don't rain down on you in your thoughts, in your waking moments. They feast. When something doesn't go right in your life, those red hearts are so beautiful. Thank you so much. When something doesn't go right in your life, when you put your everything in something and the world just seems black and it seems like you're alone, hearing these two things is so helpful. This is probably in the who can help spectrum, but this is a tip anyway. You are loved, you are valid, you are cared for, your dreams matter, and what's inside of you, your spirit, is so needed. And keep going. But before you can keep going, you need to stop. It's a bit of an oxymoron. So step one, when the world is looking black and dark and red and just not amazing, and you've done everything you can, and you're living in despair, and you're scared, and you're fearful, and you're angry, stop. Take care of yourself. You need to go do something for you. You need to sow into yourself. You need to go watch a movie, go watch a comedy, go pet a kitten, go watch the sunrise, go be in nature, breathe, 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 connect with your body, and do what your body tells you to do. When you stop, I recommend breathing. Breathe a couple times. Something's gonna come up for you. If it's tears, baby, cry. If you need to yell, find a place for you to go and do that safely. If you need to destroy, get some paper, construction paper, old books, whatever it is, boxes, and just rip. Do something. Tend to that. I don't mean in a destructive way at all. Don't get me wrong. This is not an excuse for tomfoolery. But you need to attend to those emotions. Because if you don't attend to that, as a complex being, as a fully human being, human being, that's going to wreck you. If you have feeling anger, despair, sadness, and just angst over not making it happen, even though you've done everything in your control and you just stuff it. No, everything's fine. Stuff it. Everything's going to be okay. Stuff it. That's going to manifest itself in your body, in your brain. And I've seen this happen. And the results are not good. And I don't want this to happen to anybody listening to this or anybody who ever comes across my path. You need to take care of yourself. You need to stop. Take yourself away from it and sow into yourself. I know a couple months ago I had to stop and sow into myself because things were too much and I just could not. This is something that is very effective in whatever it is. So you have a big project, right? And you do the thing you can. You have a launch, you have a business, you have a huge Periscope that you told everyone. Exactly, yes. Look after yourself. Be kind to yourself. One of my main things, I live like you now, is be gentle. By the way, I'm Coach Nachi, your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. And I began the scope kind of saying, today I'm not so enthused about life, but life is always something to be enthused about no matter what. It's just sometimes really hard to find the light in the darkness, and someone's got to do it though. I'm a coach, this is what we're called to do, but as a coach, I'm still a human being, and I'm going to fully embrace, thanks, great, thank you, Dimity. As a human being, I'm a human being first before I am a woman, before I am a coach, before I am a sister, before I am anything. And I need to attend to my humanity. And that's really important. I live like you now. I wouldn't be telling people to do it or encouraging people to do it if I didn't do it myself. Step 2. After you've breathed and tended to your emotions, is ask yourself this question. What went well? If you skip straight to step 2. If you are in the darkness, in the angst, in the fear, in the doubt, and you ask yourself the question, what went well? What's going to come up is you debasing and destroying all your efforts. My project, right? A while ago. What went well? I did it. Like, that's huge. The simple fact that you did everything you could in your power to make something happen. Thank you so much for those hearts. I'm so glad I'm not alone in this. The fact that you did everything you could in your power to make something happen is huge. That's important. You took a chance on yourself. You stepped out and you took a stand and you did what you could. That's important. That's important. Do not debase that. Do not devalue that. But you will devalue it when you jump straight. Thank you. I'm glad this is something that resonates with you as well. This is an important message, and that's why I'm on here today. I did not want to be on here today. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not the day for me to be on here. But this is the day for me to be on here. It's live like you now, fully human. I have to expose that I am a human being. What was I saying? You have to acknowledge your wins, because there are wins. And when you come from a place, what up, Roman Gonzalez, baby? What up, baby? How are you? So Roman, we're talking about what happens when you've done everything in your power, everything you can to make something happen in your life or whatever, and it falls through, it doesn't work out. What do? The first thing is, just to review, is you breathe. Like, you just breathe it through. And it still doesn't happen, exactly. You breathe, and your emotions are going to come up. At Live Like You Now, I believe in living joyfully, fully human. Oh, purple hearts, yes. Joyfully, fully human, and feeling at home in yourself and your life. And a huge part of that, each of those 4 points is so important to me. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Exactly. Each of those points is so important to me, and feeling fully human is the key here. We're human beings. We're going to feel the whole gamut of human emotion. And I do not subscribe to not feeling what you need to feel. But you got to feel it constructively. So you feel what you need to feel is step 1. Breathe. Those emotions are going to come up to you. Cry. Go cry. Yell. Go yell in a safe place. Destroy. Get some paper, junk mail, boxes, and just rip some stuff apart. But tend to your emotion, okay? Step 2. What went well? You can only, thank you so much, Damiti. I really appreciate that. This is a great message, and I'm glad that this resonates with more than just me. It's good. Yes, I love it. Not quite sure yet. Thank you so much for those hearts. They're really beautiful, and they encourage me to keep going. They really do. When you ask yourself what's next, if you're coming from a place where you haven't attended to your emotion first, you are going to devalue. You're going to be so vile to all the things. What up, Rita? Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. You are going to devalue everything that did actually go well because you did do things. You had wins. You caught me. You had wins. Things happened. So, for instance, there's some things that we just can't control. Some years ago, I know something that really shook my spirit was the earthquakes in Haiti. Something happened in Haiti. I forgot what it was. It was a force of nature. I couldn't control that. As a human being, I couldn't. I prayed and prayed and prayed. Same thing in Japan with the nuclear stuff that was going on there and the tsunamis. I couldn't control what was going on, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed for God to help his people, for him to step in and do something, and I had to stop listening to the news, and I had to sit back and just take care of me and cry and be angry and pray. And thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for that, Roman. I really appreciate it. Coach Nachi is awesome. Cool. I had to stop because I have a big heart, and when I see people suffering, when I see my brothers and sisters suffering, I can't take that for too long. Vulnerable populations are something I really care about. Thank you so much. Those hearts are so beautiful. So after that, when I said what went well, I saw that the world came together. The world came together to stand up for humanity. There were so many people who gave. There were so many people who spoke out. There were so many people who flew to Haiti to help. There were so many people who rose up, and humanity was so beautiful and shining so brightly. I felt so happy to be a human being on this earth in this time where there's so much technology and so many people who are giving, who just want to help other human beings. Like, that was so beautiful to me. But I wouldn't have been able to see that if I was still in my angst and my sadness. So when you have a project, when you have a business, when you have a personal development thing, like going to the gym, launching some huge thing, everyone really wants that in the I agree, Dimity. I agree. When things don't go well, attend to your emotions. You're a human being. Feel fully human, okay? Feel the anger, feel the pain, feel the despair, feel all that. But remember, you don't live there. This is just passing through. It's just passing through. Joyfully is the first word in the Live Like You Now creed. We're intended to live joyfully, fully human, feeling at home in ourselves and our lives. But you've got to feel fully human. You cannot stuff down your anger. You can't. I don't subscribe to that. And I don't subscribe in overindulging and setting up a home in your anger. I am not about that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to feel what you need to feel. Deal with it so you can move from that space of calm. When you answer the question, what's next? When you answer the question, what went well? You need to come from a place of calm, as best close to calm, peace, and relaxation as possible. Thank you so much for those hearts. They look so beautiful. I'm really glad I'm not alone in this, because your girl is thinking she's crazy. You have to come from a place that is whole, that is pure. You can't come from a place that is full of anger. And I know Rita really talks about this. She talks about survivors of sexual abuse and of any type of abuse. If you don't deal with that, if you don't deal with what happened, that stuff is going to manifest in your life physically, mentally, emotionally. And if you don't deal with that, you can't ask yourself, I'm not alone. More people need to know this. Thank you so much, Dimity. I really appreciate that. That really, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Rita, throw up some emojis so people can know who to go to when they need that support. So, step one, breathe. Breathe. Feel what your body's going to tell you, what emotion is coming up for you. Follow the smiley faces, please. She's amazing. Feel what you need to feel. And ask yourself what went well. Because some things went well. You stood your ground. You stood for what you believe in. Excuse me. You spoke up for you. You fought for you. You fought for your spirit. You fought for your dream. Take a second to sit out. But get right back on it. Because this is Make It Happen November. This is Make It Happen November, and we're still going to make things happen. We're still going to make things happen. We're still going to push forward. We're still going to make things happen. But you can't keep going. You need to stop when something goes wrong. And also, you need to stop when something doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, because you need to celebrate. You need to, number one, mourn it. Right? If you did everything in your power to make something happen, and you just go right to the next thing, you haven't paid respect to the struggle that you went through to get that thing to happen. You need to stop and mourn this thing, or say, you need to give it a proper burial. You need to say, wow, I really tried to go to the gym. I really tried to make a difference in this world country. I really tried to make this workshop happen and bring my message forward and make my business happen. But this thing didn't work out for some reason. If it's really final, set in stone, you need to stop, and before you move forward to the next thing that you're gonna knock out the park, baby, you need to look at what you did and say, mourn it, bury it. It might not be the right path, and even still, you need to be able to look at it and dissect it, and look at it and appreciate what went well, so when you move forward, you don't get stuck by the same obstacles. Because I've been in this situation before where I had a workshop, and if I did not attend to what came up for me. I was like, okay, keep it moving. We gotta keep going. You know me. Make it happen. Coach Nachi is about making stuff happen. Something doesn't happen. Okay, we keep going. But I had to listen to my own advice and stop. Because I found when I was about to release my webinar, a lot of the fears that I had intended to were coming up. What if this doesn't happen? What if this happens? You need to stop and give your accomplishments that come up from the what's next and the things that didn't go well, whatever the case may be, you need to give them a proper burial. You need to mourn them. Acknowledge that they happened. Acknowledge that you did what you could. And that's important in moving forward, because then you can move forward with even more strength. You can move forward by knowing that you did what you could and you learned some lessons from it. Concentrate on the successes. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Rita. Yes, Dimity. Awesome. Yes, exactly. So this is all today. I just wanted to come on here and say and make it. We are so hard on ourselves. One of the big things I believe in is be gentle. Be gentle with you. Like, you need to step out. You might be a warrior. You might be a fighter for people. It does help you figure out your next steps. If you're someone who is like me and you're a warrior and you like to fight for people and you are about lifting up vulnerable populations and things don't go well, you are hard on yourself. If you're a recovering perfectionist like I am, baby, you are hard on yourself. You are an advocate for victory. When you are an advocate for victory and an advocate for people and their dreams and their spirit and their lives and their gifts, when you believe people are valid, and you're really hard on yourself and you need to take a step back. So when I see that as coaches we need to go out and rally the troops and do this, that, and the other, I'm like, okay, cool. An ambassador for clarity. Oh, I love that. I want you to write my copy. So when I'm in my coaching communities and coaches are talking together and they're saying we need to do this, that, and the other, I'm like, cool, I'll do that, but I need to take care of myself right now, because that would be me being completely inauthentic if I came on here and was like, okay, guys, let's keep going. No, that's not how I'm feeling right now. I'm fully human, and I'm going to present my fully human self to you because that's what Live Like You Now is about. Living joyfully, fully human, and feeling at home in yourself and your life. That's what this is about. These words, Live Like You Now, everything that I've said, they're not just things that I say. They mean something to me, and I don't like to bring them forward unless it's authentic. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Dimity. I really appreciate you coming through. It's so nice to see you on here. I'm excited to catch your next scope. And thank you so much, Rita. I really appreciate you. Like, Rita, you're amazing. Your scopes are awesome. And Gary, thank you so much, Gary, for always being around. You are my Periscope rock. Get on me. Australia. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go now. The day continues. The sun still rises. It's actually a really nice day outside here. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you and the hearts. They're beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Go love yourself, man. You are valid. Your dreams are valid. Your spirit is valid. Your gifts are valid. And if you ever feel like they aren't, take a step back, but do not live there. Do not dig a hole in that despair. That's not your home. That's not where you live. You were intended to live joyfully, and if you need to take a step back so you can, do that. Do that. That's what I'm gonna do. So I will see you tomorrow. I'll do my best to be here. Continue making it happen, but know that things sometimes do not work out or won't work out in the way that we want them to, and you need to take care of that before you continue moving forward. But continue moving forward, okay? I love you. I care about you, and I'm gonna go now. Let me see if I can make a nice thumbnail. This is the fun part of that broadcast. I'm gonna go love myself. Hey, Nina Motivates. We just winding up. I wish I could have caught you, Nina. Thank you, Dimity. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna make a good thumbnail now. This is what I've settled on. Oh my god, it's not closing. Oh god. Oh god, it's not closing.